All right. Hello, everyone. We're about to start, and we're going to continue talking about interviews. Today, that's the main topic, interviews. How we're going to go on this class, we will be watching two different videos. We're going to watch one video. We're going to talk about it. That way that you participate. And then we watch the second video. We talk about it. And then I'll let you know what's going on your platform, what you're supposed to be doing during this week. And we're going to recheck how you're supposed to write your resume and so on. So it's basically a very simple class, but we have to follow the structure. So with that said, I'm gonna go and check the attendance. All right, then, after finishing the attendance, like I said, we're gonna go and watch a video. I like this video because it tells you how to perform yourself when you are on an interview. And what I don't like that much is that it explains some parts in Spanish, but I know that you guys are going to like it. So yeah, with that said, we're gonna go and watch the first video, which is about how to respond on an interview. And then we will discuss about that. I'm gonna give you the link on that one. So it's called Entrevista de Trabajo en Inglés, which means, which is about how to get a job. So I'm giving you the link through the chat. If you could please go through the chat, it takes about 9 minutes to complete. So I want you to just watch it, pay attention, and then we are coming back and we're discussing it. Okay? So right now, just go ahead and click on the video and watch it, and then we'll discuss about the interview. All right? Okay, so we're ready. And this was a simulation of an interview, and there were some advices to take into account. So what did you learn? What did you learn from this interview? What did this person taught you about the job interview? Let's participate.
Teacher,
Go ahead, Anna.
in my opinion, the most difficult questions are to tell me about yourself or what difference you're from others.
I
Hmm.
agree with Anna, and I'm scared to have my interview.
It's
Ah,
scary.
it might be scary, but it's part of life. It's something that you have to go through. So don't worry about it. You're gonna do good as long as you prepare a lot. That's why we are considering those questions. Remember that those questions are on the list that I told you to answer. And by now you should be finished with those 40 questions. Yeah, tell me about yourself. You should be able to tell about yourself in about a minute or less than that. You should know yourself. That's why you need to prepare. All right, another person. So that was like, tell me about yourself and why are you
Uh, I,
unique, different? Yes, go ahead.
I like is to be honest about my work experience.
Awesome point. Great point. To be honest about your job experience. It is necessary for it, right? And not just about the job experience, about everything. You should be honest. So one was tell me about yourself. The other one, it's okay, remember to be honest about your experience. What else that's come to your mind?
I can be a great asset to your company.
Oh, that's great also. I can be a great asset to your company. Ah, that was like the one that, oh, you get the person, you get the job. Uh-huh. It's not that easy, but yeah, it's great. It's great to hear about that. Ramon, can you please speak out instead of just sending a chat message? I mean, otherwise, if there is no other thing, if you don't have good reception, that's okay, but I prefer that you speak. Remember that you are going to have interviews and in English. Because most of the companies right now, they do a little bit of the interview in English. So are you scared? You shouldn't be, but you should be prepared for it. Yes.
The part that is said where we have to say something different from the other person, like I love people, or I'm a good team worker, something like that.
Yeah, but it's like I'm good as a team player or as team worker. It's very common also. So it's like, yes, but no. You need to look it up at something that you are unique to stand out from others. It's like, for example, you are very good at using flexing. That's something really different
Okay,
from the
okay,
rest of the
so
people. I
something like
mean,
skills.
it could be about soft skills or hard skills, because leadership is also a good one when you were referring to a team player. But it's better to explain a little more, because if you just said, oh, I'm a good team player, mhm, but you can say in a different way, okay, I'm a good team player. I, as you can see on my resume, I have participated in at least 3 different project fairs, and this was with different teams, but with 5 to 10 different people. And in one of those cases, I happened to be the leader, and in the end, we won the project fair. And well, the prize wasn't just money, it was all of the experience that I learned over there, but also um, it proves that I can work with different people. So you need a bigger explanation when to what you are referring to. I mean, in the case of being a team player, because since that sounds like anyone could say that, so you need to make sure that you show them, that you show the people who is interviewing you, that you really are different and unique. Something else that came to your mind watching the video? Hadnael, you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
Um, the phrase that I like to, or I love the people, it is very difficult, or for me, no, it's very hard.
Okay, being a people person is not that easy, says Hadnael. Why not? How could that be? Another thing that Diana is reminding you is it's recommended to watch it several times so you can get the ideas better and you can actually practice even more. So yeah, that's true. Jasmine, you want to go ahead? We're gonna go back to I love people. Yes.
He said that if you know someone inside, mention it. Why?
If you know someone at the company that you are being interviewed, make sure to mention it. Why is that important? So let's go back to the one about loving people. So it's not like everyone is good with people, but remember that being a social or having the social skills or abilities are very, very good on a person. And especially if you're going to be working with a lot of people, you need to show that one. And like Hadnael said, it's not that easy, but you need to understand yourself and you need to work a little bit more about that one. And the other one, if you know someone at the company, we talked about this one before. If you have a friend, some family member or relative, if you know someone that it is actually in the company, why you need to mention that person, okay? The reason to mention that person will be that you already have a reference inside the company, and that's faster. For recommendation, it's way faster than calling a different reference. It's easier to call or just talk with that other person that you already know in the company, and it will be a very good reference. The phrase "I will be valuable to the company." Okay, it's like the one that I can be a great asset. I will be valuable. Okay, that's a good one also. I will be valuable to the company. All right, that's another one. It was mentioned by Diana. Something else that you guys remember? All right. So how was the experience of watching someone being interviewed? How do you feel? If it was you, because Connie, at least she mentioned that she feels fear, that she's afraid. How will you feel if it was you, the one that was being interviewed? No answer?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
How will you feel feelings, if it was you, the person who was being in that interview?
I don't know. I think a little bit scared or afraid, but I think I don't know. I think I will do it great.
All right. All right. All right. A little bit scared, which is perfectly fine. And like we mentioned before, practice. That's what you're doing with those questions. It has been a homework, yes, I know, but it shouldn't be treated as just a simple homework. This is for life, your future, not just a grade in a class. Okay, so don't treat it as just a grade in a class. And last but not least, Juan Pedro was mentioning this one, which is referred to image. Image is also important, the way that you're dressed, the way that your hair and your face looks, it's very important. Yes, and thankfully we're going to talk about that one in a different class. You're going to have that, you know that there's a unit called image. But in this class, in the English Conversation Seminar, we're going to keep it like general. And so with this said, now that everyone has participated on this one, we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna go and watch a different one, which is this video. It's about the interview, but it's now about the mistakes, the most frequent mistakes on an interview. I'm just giving you the disclaimer right now. This one is in Spanish, full in Spanish, but still it works. just make sure that to get the idea so you can speak and talk about this in English, of course, once we come back. So I'm giving you the link. The link is over there right now. You have it on the chat. You can just go and click on it. And this one is shorter. It's about 4.5 minutes. So I'll see you back in 4.5 minutes. All right, so how did it go? This was an exaggeration of things that you're not supposed to be doing on an interview. And I wanted to go ahead and start with that one also, because you can clearly see that these interviewees, the people who is being interviewed, that they're making mistakes and very bad ones. Which mistakes do you recall that they were making? What do you remember seeing from their mistakes?
Talks a lot and very low.
You're talking a lot and very
I
low.
think that some of the questions weren't that clear. Like very, how does it say? How can I say it?
Sure, I said loud.
With no passion. I don't know how to say it.
You might be referring to that. It needed more passion from the interviewer also. That's true. He was like very, but you could see that he kept getting tired. And he was like, what's the point of interviewing people if one after the other, they come even worse? What else did you see?
Informal language.
Using informal language. So
They were using the cell phone.
Using the cell phone. So that
And eating.
Eating. Oh, that was extreme, right? Eating. What was he eating?
I thought I could do that. Just kidding.
Carmen, no. Don't even try.
Okay.
What else? Eating. So you shouldn't be eating on that one, right? What else do you see?
Informal dressing or
A lot of makeup.
the vestment.
Oh, okay. Informal dress. Okay. They were dressed informal. So that's a no. And makeup should be also a no. Right? If you're gonna wear makeup, it should be kept to a minimum. That's also true. Okay, another one.
They didn't know well the company.
Oh, that's another thing, not knowing the company. So it's like, what do you even go for an interview there if you don't even know anything? You should do your research before going to the interview.
Greeting
With a kiss.
What was that?
Greeting with a kiss.
Oh, greeting with a kiss. That was too much, right? So if it is a stranger, you shouldn't just greet anyone just with a kiss.
Talk about another topics like football.
Talk about another topic like football and the crisis, right? The economic crisis. Yes. Something else that you see that it shouldn't happen? Yes. So yes, this is an exaggeration of things that could go wrong during the interview, but once you're nervous and if you're not prepared, it could happen. So you might end up using the informal vocabulary, saying things that you're not supposed to say, show that you are unprepared. So in terms of that, if you don't want to make this mistake, what you need to do is get yourself prepared. That's what you need to do. It's prepare for the interview. And that's what you're doing right now. You are preparing yourself for that. Great. All right. So yes, those were the two videos that you were going to watch. And let me just show you what's going on with your platform right now. I need to show the student view. So right now under unit number 2, you have to complete the resume draft for today and the questions, the interview questions, but we talk about having an interview, right? We talk about you being interviewed, and who is going to interview you? Me. But since we cannot take like the whole time to keep interviewing you, you're going to go right until the end over here. You have 2 different assignments. The very last one is the interview. It gives you 2 different questions. Once you click on it, you're gonna go and see that there comes a video, which is me recorded over there. And I'm supposed to be right in front of you on a desk, and I give you 2 questions. You need to answer back like it's over there. You need to record yourself on a video of about 1 to 2 minutes. Make sure to watch on your mistakes. You need to dress up, dress formally for your video, and you need to practice your answers. Because if you record yourself using a piece of paper, putting the piece of paper in front of you and just reading the answer, that's not okay. So you need to practice about that one. What we're checking on that interview, it's just 2 questions for the interview. Those 2 questions comes on that set of 40 that you're working right now or that you just finished right now. And I'm checking on the speech development, the correctness, and the delivery of it. You can see that there is a rubric for it. All right. And it's due on a week, so you need to practice on that one. And the other part that you are supposed to be doing during this week, it's this assignment, which is called retelling a conversation. And you're supposed to change the conversation in past tense. It's a dialogue happening between 2 different people, and you are supposed to report. But how do you learn about this? How do you learn about retelling the conversation? So let's go back to it. And if you go through the material that is on the class files under unit 2, if you go down below the video conferences, there is a video that was recorded by me, and this is a video from last year. So I'm just letting you know that the first minute and 20 seconds, it's about just greeting and explaining that, yeah, we're starting in this type of course, and we're gonna try to do the best. But once you start going on it, once you just go and click a little longer than that one, you're going to see, let me just go ahead and go after 129, somewhere over there. Then I have this video recorded to explain to you what you can do when you are retelling a story. and especially a conversation. And since we're talking about a conversation through the interview topic, so I wanted to cover this, how to report. It's just one simple exercise, very, very simple, but you need to go ahead and practice on that one too, because you need to write down about that and you need to write it in past tense. Once you go through the video, you're going to see that there are different examples through the video that explain how to report in past tense. And it's also a very short video. It's about 13 minutes, 13 minutes. A little less than that, because like I said, it's the first 1 minute and 20 seconds. It's more about greeting. So it's not explaining anything at the beginning. But yes, I want you to go through that video and make sure that you can learn something else over here about reporting. When you report, how to write it. And once you have seen the video, then you can complete this second assignment, retelling the conversation. All right. So yes, so that's it about the assignments happening during the week. You have an interview going on for you. It's a job interview, and it's about the internship, because one of the questions refers really about the internship. You can watch the video of the interview and write down your answers, practice them once and again, and then dress up and record yourself and upload the video. You have a week to complete that. I hope that you can actually finish it. Any questions?
No.
Okay, and like I said at the beginning, this was gonna be a simple class. Another thing that I want to cover, I'm going back to that page that I was showing you from the platform. So let's go back and see this part over here. Oh, I added over here on the class files, right until the end before the assignment starts, you can click on the resume example and you should be able to see, I think it's double, but it doesn't matter. You should be able to see an example of a resume from Ebony Moore. So it's a very simple one in just one page. Education, experience, 3 different lines for experience, then skills, and that's it. So a very simple way to put your resume. From what I saw on your first draft, most of you did a really good job. Some of you were just like, oh, okay, it's just a homework, whatever, just sending this. Instead of format, in terms of the format, everyone was doing right. There are several different formats how you can use it. In terms of the picture, well, since you're going to be working on your curriculum vitae also, you need to make sure to take a picture of yourself and put it there. And it's supposed to be a formal picture, not just any picture just because, or a drawing of something. No, you need to get a good picture of yourself on your curriculum vitae. Yes. Any questions?
No.
All right then. With that said, let's wrap things up. We just practice a little more about interviews. You need to complete those set of questions and you need to make yourself ready for the interview because you are recording yourself this week. All right. So I wish you very, very good recording and a very nice rest of the week. Nice to see you. And please,
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
please
Thank
stay
you.
safe and be safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.